Tell me your deepest, darkest confession. I don't know how to intro this video. Today we're gonna be reacting to Reddit confessions. I like reacting to confessions because they're funny, so I'm gonna do it. I live with my mum. She's quiet, keeps to herself, never bothers anyone. A few months ago, our new neighbor decided to report her to the city for having an illegal shed in the backyard. Pfft, rude. Who cares, bro? Who cares? What even is an illegal shed? What is an illegal shed? It was total BS. The shed's been there for years and has full permits. An inspector came out, checked everything and left without saying a word. I think this is like an American thing because in Australia, you got your land, you put a little shed on it. Why is it anyone else's business? I don't get it. How can a shed be illegal? Unless it's like used for something illegal, but like, what is just a shed being there gonna do? Anyway, the neighbor, smug, proud, thought he scared us. So I did a little digging. Turns out his brand new pool was way too close to the property line and illegally built over a utility easement. Don't know what that means. I reported him, attached photos, quoted city codes. 2 weeks later, the city ordered him to move it, which is impossible because it's a pool in the ground, or fill it in. He lost the whole thing, $40,000 down the drain. Now he gets to look at our completely legal shed every day while standing over a pile of dirt where his pool used to be. Wow, that's just beautiful. Oh my God, why would someone care so much about someone else's shed if it doesn't affect them and it's also legal when you're doing something illegal? Like, why would you have something in your yard that's obviously illegal and you know it, and then try and like make enemies, bro? Why make enemies? Why make enemies, especially with your neighbor? I've always just been like wanting to be like so nice and like friendly with my neighbors because like you don't want bad neighbors. You don't want to be unfriendly with your neighbors. You got to live with them right next door at all times. Scary. He got what he deserved. No pool. No pool? I've had cancer for 2 years now. Lost my leg, beat odds and managed to even go back to work. Well, shit hit the fan and treatment stopped working. Probably got weeks, maybe a couple months at best. I'm 22, don't own a house, don't own my car. Have maybe 2K in the bank. So I took out a credit card and buying whatever the I want. The debt will die with me and I give no And if you want to beef me about driving your bank fees up with this behavior, at least you get to live. This is really sad, but also like, honestly, genius. Do your thing. As long as it's not gonna like affect your family. Like, I don't know how debt works. Like, did debt collectors just come for your family if you can't pay it anymore? That would be my one concern. You know what? Live your best life while you can. Like, if I knew that I only had a year to live, I would do everything. Like, I would spend as much money as I possibly can, just experience as many things as I can, because why not? I'm reading the comments and everyone is just like, go get more credit cards, just max them out. You know, this is really sad because this was posted 5 months ago. They might not be here anymore. That's really depressing. Moving on. Let's try and bring the mood back up. I'm 30 now, but this started when I was around 27. 3 years. During a phase where I was trying really hard to be one of those put together adults who meal prep and drink sparkling water and have plants that aren't just dying slowly in the corner. So I bought a 12-pack of LaCroix because, you know, that's what the cool healthy people were drinking. First sip, it tasted like someone whispered the word fruit into a cup of TV static. That's so good because real as I'm not a fan of sparkling water. Absolutely disgusting. But I had already posted on my Instagram story with the caption, "New addiction." Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Insane behavior. Genuinely insane behavior. Who cares? I've never looked at someone drinking sparkling water and gone, "Oh, you seem cool." Not once. I say, "Ugh, why would you do that?" That's literally what my reaction is. I'm like, how? How do you drink that? New addiction, lol. Cheeky. Guys, wait. And that was the beginning of my downfall. Friends started bringing LaCroix over when they visited. Co-workers stocked it in the office fridge because I liked it. My girlfriend, now fiance, thought it was cute how into sparkling water I was, so she bought me a soda stream for Christmas. Now I'm in too deep. I've become the guy who nods thoughtfully while drinking what is essentially spicy sadness. I have flavors in my fridge with names like pamplemousse and limoncello, and I pretend like I can tell the difference. I can't. It all tastes like carbonated regret. Sometimes I just want a normal drink, but if I ever open a Gatorade, someone will say, "Whoa, no LaCroix today?" And I'll just fake laugh like, haha, gotta switch it up. Meanwhile, my soul is quietly screaming. Anyway, if you're young and reading this, never lie about your beverages. That stuff will haunt you. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That is an insane confession. Wow, I can't believe this has been going on for 3 years. He's 30. This started when he was 27. 3 years of drinking sparkling water when you hate it. How? I guess like now it would be so embarrassing to come out and be like, hey, I never liked it. This is what you need to do. New addiction, lol, with like something else, like raspberry cordial. And then everyone will just start bringing raspberry cordial over instead. Moving on. Back in college one semester, I took out several books for a big research project. This was back when internet research was not admissible and you needed to properly cite all your sources. School and life got away from me and I forgot about them for a while. That was until the end of semester when I got a late library due bill in the mail. I think the fees were 25 cents per book per day, if not more, and I had at least 10 books over a month late. $75. That's pretty rough, but for keeping 10 books for over a month, hey, that's not that bad. But I get it. You don't want to pay it, you're in college. But you did keep your books a month late. Instead of sheepishly returning the books and paying the fines, I put the books in my backpack, smuggled them into the library, and returned them all to the correct places on the shelves. I then called the library the next day and questioned the validity of the letter regarding my overdue books. The librarian left me on hold for a few minutes and returned to the phone, apologizing to me that it seemed the books had been in fact returned. Library dues were erased and they didn't hold back my transcript. Wow. That's pretty genius, I can't lie. Wow, good on you. I have no notes. That's pretty beautiful. That's actually just like genius. Ballsy, genius, and it paid off. So, nice one. Good on you. Nice, dude. What's happening to me? This has a trigger warning for abuse in the family household, but it sounds very interesting, so I want to read it. When I was a kid, I drugged my dad for a whole month. My father was a raging butthole. He used to beat us and yell at us about how worthless we were constantly. My mother finally had enough and said that he either gets psychological help or she leaves him. Big W mum moment. He went to the doctor and was prescribed an antipsychotic medication. When he started taking it, he magically became nice. No more beatings, no more yelling. It was paradise. Wow, that's simple, huh? Then, after a while, he turned mean again. We asked our mum what was going on, and she said that he stopped taking his medication because he didn't like the side effects, whatever that meant. We felt doomed until one day my mum accidentally left his prescription bottle in the kitchen. My sister and I looked at each other and didn't even have to say a thing. She got out a spoon and I ground the white pill into powder and we put it in his orange juice. We did this every single day, enjoying our temporary happy home until the prescription ran out. It was the best month of our childhood and I'm not sorry. That's crazy, but so valid, to be honest. Like, if he isn't willing to, like, one, either put up with the side effects to literally, like, save his children, or two, go back to his psychologist and be like, hey, I don't like the side effects, can we try a different medication? Because there are a lot of medications, okay? There are a lot. And if one doesn't really agree with you, that's okay, because there's 17 more you can choose from. So he should have been putting in the effort to try and fix that for the sake of his family. And he didn't. So he gets spiked. He deserved it. Marrying for money sucks and I do not recommend it. I married a 14-year-old when I was 19. Started dating when I was 17. Yes, it was gross, but that's what happened. Damn. The only reason he married me is because I was hot. The only reason I married him is because he had money. I actually do have other redeeming characteristics, but he married me because I was hot. I know this. We've been married 20 years, 4 kids. Oh my God, I didn't expect it to jump that deep into it. I thought it was gonna be like, married a 14-year-old when I was 19, like I'm 25 now and I'm kind of regretting it. No, we've been married 20 years. This guy is now 60 and you are 39 years old. So we are stable and have lots in common at this point. Interesting. And we do love each other. Okay, but if I could go back and slap myself, I would. Whoa. What nobody tells you, or they try and you don't listen because you're a teenager, is that marrying like this means you will owe him for everything. I accept that I made this bed and I have to lie in it, but I wouldn't recommend it to anyone else. My oldest daughter is 2 years younger than I was when I met my husband, and I can't imagine. Wow, that's just deep and real. Fair enough. I can't imagine marrying someone for 40 years purely just because they think you're hot and they have a lot of money, so you're like, oh, sugar daddy, I'm gonna marry you, and then you're together for 20 years. Like, yeah, money's nice, but so is like living a life you actually want to live. Yeah, pretty crazy. Damn. Damn! Huh? I run a fake restaurant on a delivery app. What? I registered a company, bought all the takeaway boxes from Amazon, signed up for a few delivery apps, made a few social media accounts, and printed leaflets that I drop in mailboxes. I resell microwavable meals. On some meals, I add something to make them look better, like cheese. So far, it's around £200 a day in revenue. Huh? $400 a day. 400 Aussie smackaroons a day. Nobody suspects a thing. Soon someone will come for hygiene inspection, but I'll pass that check without any problems. It's not illegal to operate out of your own kitchen. Should I feel bad? I feel kind of proud to be fair and free as a bird from the 9-to-5 life. I mean, morally, pretty tough. Because if I'm paying like $30 on Uber Eats, I would like a home-cooked meal at least. But like no one's complained. That's just really tough, man. Like, that's a grind. I guess like good on you for the grind, but it's pretty tough for literally every single one of your customers. Oh, this is really sweet. I intentionally ask women well above the legal age limit to show me their ID. I work as a cashier at a grocery store. Whenever a middle-aged woman who clearly looks older than 21 purchases alcohol from me, I intentionally ask them to show me their ID. I do this because somewhere deep down I feel that if I ask them for their ID, it creates an impression that they look far younger than they are. I do this every chance I get. That's just really sweet. It's like a little white lie that positively impacts everybody involved. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be mad at that. That's just lovely. I'm a nurse and I 100% judge people based on their veins. Okay, so I know this might sound weird, but I have to confess something. If you have big, straight, beautiful veins, I instantly love you. You are the MVP. I could get blood or start an IV with my eyes closed. But if your veins are tiny, hard to find, or moving around like they are trying to escape, I'm already mentally preparing for a struggle. I always stay calm and professional on the outside, but inside I'm either celebrating or quietly panicking. So yes, if you have ever wondered whether your nurse is silently evaluating your veins, the answer is absolutely yes. That is so funny. That is funny. That is funny. I always get injections in my left arm because like my right arm I use more, I'm right-handed, but this one's covered in tattoos. So it's always has to be like right in the snake. They still always find it really easily because I just have like this one big one right there that's just like ready. It's just ready at all times. There was a time though when I had severe tonsillitis, I couldn't drink any water. I was very dehydrated and I had to get my bloods done to see if it was glandular fever. And my veins just kept collapsing. They could not get my blood and I almost had to go to the hospital. I was there for about an hour for them trying to just get blood. They finally got it, but we got it and then I got antibiotics and my tonsillitis was fine. And I didn't have glandular fever. And then I drank some water and then everyone was And on that note, I'm gonna end the video here. If you enjoyed this video and you wanna see more confessions, I actually have 2 more videos of me reacting to my viewers' confessions. Very, very funny videos, some of my favorite videos I've ever made. They are very, very funny. I already said that. But Thank you for watching. Please make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and comment your favorite pasta type of pasta. Your favorite type of pasta. Yep, that's what we're going with. Comment your favorite type of pasta. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Scooby-Doo-Doobity-Doo!